guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple. It's Tuesday, and that means it's time for another tiny tidy. Today I am going to be tidying up the shelf in our closet. If you've got something you want to do around your house, grab your stuff and come on and let's do it together. If you want more inspiration and motivation, click on the playlist. I'll have a link in the description box below, and I'll also have a link to Sunday Dawn's channel, The Helpful Home. She is the host of Tiny Tidy Tuesdays every week. Most of the messed up stuff is over my section of the closet, and you can see it's hard for me to get stuff up in there. So when I put these blankets and things up in there, they don't go up in there nicely and they look messy. And also, I'm afraid one of these days they're going to come tumbling down on me. I'm going to go ahead and refold these before I pull anything else out. That way I can limit how much of a mess I make. I have 2 quilts on our bed already, so we shouldn't need to use either of these unless it gets really cold or the electricity goes out. So I folded this one using that method of, I don't know what it's called, I just call it poke it in the pocket, where you poke the end up inside. So I'm going to do the same thing with this quilt and poke the end right into there, and that way they should stay folded when I put them up into the closet. I have this thing of candle wax stuff. You put these in those warmers you plug into the wall, and I almost decluttered this, and then I realized I had it in my little nibbles box in the other closet, and I realized that my closet smelled really nice every time I opened the door in there. So I put one in our bedroom closet, and I have one in there as well. So I just keep it as a thing to smell nice in the closet. So I will be keeping that. Then I have a pillowcase. I'm going to go ahead and declutter that because I got new ones. That one's kind of worn and stained, but I got new ones. And this is just a pillow cover, actually. And it's one of those kinds that's good for allergies and things. So we just used them the first time last night, and I liked mine. So I'm going to go ahead and toss the packaging as well. This is what they were, allergies. And I think it's just supposed to be a pillow protector, but the pillowcase stays on nicely. So I'm just using that as a pillowcase. So those things can go. I don't need to keep that anymore. And I have a cute little pair of sandals that I've had for years. I never wear them. And so I thought I might as well just go ahead and let those go. This is a gift bag, and I just think it's cute. I use it as a little happy because it says sweet dreams, and it just makes me happy when I look at it. And this is just a printout from, printer. But it's a poem that I wrote years ago, and it just says, "We are as God made us. Even if nobody else quite understands us, He does." You want to see it? She hissed at the dust mop when I pulled it out. She was a little bit scared. It's okay. She seems to be okay now. So I'm going to use this to get up there in the closet and just give the wall and the ceiling and the shelf a little dusting. I think that'll be easier than me trying to reach all the way back in there. And while I have the stuff out, I might as well give it a little wipe. I have a microfiber cloth just dampened. See if it's dirty. Not too bad. Not bad at all. So I'm not going to worry too much about down in there because I don't want to fall. Since this part's not too bad, I'm going to go ahead and assume that that part is okay too. But that is dusty. Randy got this for me a few years ago. I used to decorate with this sort of stuff. I don't decorate with that anymore, but since it's a special thing, I thought, well, I can just put it up here in the closet and use it as a little happy. So it's not out in the open, but it's still something that we can appreciate and enjoy. There's nothing in this basket that I want to declutter. I just have the pillow covers that came with this bedspread and with this bedspread. I use this one usually in the winter around Christmas time, and then when spring comes, I'm ready for this one to go, and I want to put that one on. And these double as a quilt, but when I want to dress the bed up a little bit and put the pillows on it, I can grab these out. And I'm going to put my poem back up here. It's sort of a positive affirmation for me for times when, we kind of, all of us have every once in a while, when we feel like we're being judged, when someone is not liking us, or we feel like they just not accepting me for who I am, and I can't be anyone other than who I am. And I remind myself that God made me this way, and He made me this way on purpose. And even if they don't understand me, He does. I put these fragrance melts on this hanger, and I'm going to put it here on the bar. That way it won't be laying on the shelf anymore. And instead of putting this gift bag back up on the shelf as a little happy, I'm going to put it in the bin with our gift bags. And I put this painting up here. I got this on Buy Nothing a couple of years ago. Somebody in my neighborhood painted it. Isn't it pretty? And it matches the colors that I have in our bedroom. Now I'm going to go through the stuff over Randy's side of the closet. I can see that I have a couple of large Bibles back there. And it looks like these are sheets. And then he's got a tiling here. I'm not sure where he wore the tie to. I don't know, but look how dusty. Ooh, icky. This side definitely needs to be cleaned. I can't reach the Bibles easily, so I'm not going to worry about it, but I am going to get the dust mop and go over the walls and ceilings in here because I have some cobwebs. Randy got this for me. I think it was the first Christmas we knew each other, or maybe it was the first Christmas we were married. I'll have to ask him and see if he remembers. But we've always kept it, and we kept it on our bed for a long time. But Pumpkin tends to get up on the top of the bed, and we were afraid he was going to knock it off and kill us one night. So I put it up in here, and so we just use it like that one. We just use it as a little happy. But I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned out and wiped off a little bit so it can be drying while I go through the other two little baskets. I have been looking for this plushy throw, this particular one. The other one is a little bit different color, but I've been looking for this one. I forgot I had put it in this pillowcase, so I just thought this was sheets. Well, no wonder I couldn't find it. Over in this basket, we have some sheets, and this is a pillow cover, and you can see it's very stained up. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's very stained. And I don't know that I have a reason. Oh, you know what? I could, instead of having it in this pillowcase with the floppy end, if it'll fit, I could put it in there and I could zip it. And I have a couple of these silk ones, pillowcases, and more pillowcases. Okay, so I'm going to have to give it a little bit of time to see how we are going to like these. We've only slept on one night, and I really liked them, and Randy hasn't said, I don't think he even noticed. So if we really like these, though, I might be able to go ahead and let these go, but I don't know yet. So I'll have to make that decision later. I don't want to let these go until I'm sure, because if he doesn't like the pillowcase, then I'm going to need a pillowcase, and I don't want to have tossed them all and not have any. It looks like I just have 3 sheets, and I only use the flat sheets on our bed, top and bottom. So I have not tossed these because, when if one of them gets a rip because Randy's toenails or something, then I want to be able to get up in the closet and get another one rather than having to worry about where I'm going to find another flat sheet. And I only have 3 left, so that should be fine. We'll just put those right back in there. So I really don't have anything in here that I'm going to toss other than this if that other thing doesn't fit in it. Okay, that works. Since we don't need to use these plush throw blankets very often, only if we get a really cold winter or if the electric goes out or something like that, I put them in, both of them now, in a pillowcase to keep them from getting dusty, and put them in this laundry basket. And I also made myself a label so I won't mistake this for sheets the next time I'm looking for a plush throw blanket. In this bin, I laid the pillowcases flat, And in this bin, I have the flat sheets, and I covered them with a pillowcase. The reason I did that was to keep them from getting dusty, because the ones on our bed, I just wash them and put them right back on. I just use these when one of those needs to be replaced. So I am going to stack these and put them back up on the shelf in the closet. I was afraid my label was going to fall off, so I tucked it around this rung in the laundry basket, so I don't think it's going to fall off now. But this is how Randy's side is looking. He doesn't have a lot of shelf space available here, but that's okay because he doesn't really put stuff up there. Oh, and his tie. I put that back here on this tie thing. I guess that's ties or belts or something. I don't know. That was here when we moved here. So I put it back there, and hopefully he'll be able to see it and remember it's there, but he doesn't really use it very often, so it's okay. And on my side, I put that other blanket up on top of that basket so that gave me more shelf space. Not that I really use it, it's empty, but I have more room for my little happies, which I'm happy about. So let me know down in the comments if you did a tiny tidy along with me. Until next time, happy decluttering. Bye. Just remember, if other people try to judge you, it's not up to them. God made you just the way you are, and He did it on purpose.